elevator, a young woman, and a series of movements so bizarre they would captivate and terrify the internet for years to come. In January of 2013, 21-year-old Elisa Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles and vanished. Weeks later, her body was discovered in a place no one expected. The details of her final moments, caught on camera, have fueled endless theories, from the tragic to the paranormal. This is the story of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was a spirited and inquisitive 21-year-old college student hailing from the vibrant city of Vancouver, Canada. She was the beloved daughter of hard-working immigrants who had made a new home for themselves after moving from Hong Kong. With her bright intellect and articulate expression, Elisa carved a niche for herself in the online world, where she shared her unique perspectives and insights on her Tumblr blog under the captivating name of Nouvelle Nouveau. Fashion, books, and adventures were not just hobbies for Elisa. They were passions that painted her life with color and excitement. However, beyond her love for aesthetics and exploration, she was unflinchingly open about her struggles with bipolar disorder and depression. Through her writing, she chronicled her mental health journey with a rare blend of honesty and humor, forming genuine connections with countless individuals who found solace and understanding. In her words, Elisa harbored dreams of traversing the globe, envisioning experiences that would broaden her horizons and deepen her understanding of the world. Yet, her aspirations for solo travel would soon lead her into the heart of one of contemporary history's most perplexing mysteries. In late January 2013, she made the brave decision to embark on an exciting solo adventure to California. With her itinerary promising stops in the sun-kissed locales of San Diego, the bustling metropolis of Los Angeles, and the picturesque beauty of Santa Cruz. Throughout her journey, Elisa maintained a daily communication routine with her family that showcased her dedication and care for them, a practice that would amplify the concern and alarm surrounding her sudden and eerie disappearance. Her absence from their lives, especially after their established connections during her travels, sent shock waves of worry through her loved ones, transforming her story from one of exploration to an unfolding enigma that would captivate the attention of many. The Cecil Hotel was far from your typical tourist destination, setting itself apart with a rich history that unfolded over nearly a century. Originally built in 1924, this once glitzy establishment was envisioned as a luxurious getaway for esteemed business travelers seeking sophistication and elegance in the heart of Los Angeles. However, as the years progressed, the hotel's fortune took a sharp downturn. The surrounding neighborhood, known infamously as Skid Row, transformed into one of the most dangerous and desolate areas of the city, making the hotel's allure fade into the shadows. By the tumultuous decades of the 1980s and 1990s, the once proud Cecil Hotel had slipped into a state of profound decline, morphing into a notorious sanctuary for drugs, crime, and overwhelming despair. Its name became associated with tragedy, as multiple suicides and gruesome murders stained its reputation, attracting even the most nefarious elements of society. Notably, the hotel had ties to numerous chilling incidents, including the horrific crimes of Richard Ramirez, the infamous Night Stalker, who infamously chose this locale to rest his head during his horrifyingly violent spree through California. Fast forward to 2013. A shift in strategy saw the hotel rebranding part of its sprawling property as the Stay on Main Hostel, deliberately aiming to draw in budget-conscious travelers and a younger clientele. This revamped section became known for its affordability and communal vibe, a stark contrast to the Cecil's dark past. It was within this transformed hostel environment that Elisa Lam checked in on January 28, 2013, unaware that her brief stay would lead to a series of events that would capture the attention of the world and add another chapter to the hotel's enigmatic legacy. Elisa initially shared a room with other guests, but her behavior reportedly unsettled them. The hotel later moved her to a private room. What exactly happened is unclear, but it's been reported that she left notes on guests' beds telling them to go away and made unusual comments. Despite this, Elisa seemed excited about her trip. She visited local attractions, including the San Diego Zoo, and posted updates on her blog. But on January 31st, something changed. She was supposed to check out of the Cecil and head to Santa Cruz. She never arrived. She stopped calling her family. Her parents contacted the LAPD, who began a search. Flyers with her picture went up around the neighborhood. Hotel staff cooperated, but the search turned up nothing. 2 weeks after Elisa vanished, police released security footage from the Cecil Hotel's elevator, recorded on February 1st, the last known sighting of her. The video is 4 minutes long and deeply unsettling. At first, Elisa steps into the elevator wearing a red hoodie, black shorts, and sandals. She presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. She steps to the side, peeking quickly into the hallway. Then she begins making strange movements, stepping in and out of the elevator, waving her hands in odd patterns and hiding in the corner. At one point, she moves her hands in what looks like an exaggerated, almost ritual-like motion, twisting and bending her fingers in ways that seem deliberate but inexplicable. She then walks out of frame entirely, and the elevator doors finally close. Viewers who saw the video online, and millions did, were left with an eerie impression. Was she hiding from someone, playing a game, or experiencing a mental health episode? Some claimed the footage had been altered, slowed down, or edited, fueling suspicion that police or the hotel knew more than they were letting on. On the chilly evening of February 19th, a perplexing series of complaints began to emerge from the guests staying at the well-known Cecil Hotel. Many of them voiced their concerns about the water quality, expressing dissatisfaction with the low water pressure they encountered while attempting to wash up for the night. Some guests reported experiencing an unusual taste, one that left a peculiar and unsettling sensation on their palates, while others described their water as dark and foul-smelling, a condition that prompted serious discomfort. In response to these unsettling reports, the hotel management dispatched a maintenance worker named Santiago Lopez to investigate the situation. Without delay, he made his way to the rooftop water tanks, where the source of the problem was believed to reside. However, as Santiago cautiously approached one of the heavy metal lids that shielded the tank, dread began to creep into its heart. With a firm grasp, he lifted the lid, only to be met with a horrifying sight that would haunt him forever. The lifeless body of Elisa Lam was floating motionlessly inside the tank. The scene was chilling. She was completely naked, and nearby her clothes were eerily drifting, the same garments that could be seen in a haunted elevator surveillance video that had perplexed viewers around the world. The tank itself was alarmingly tall, measuring over 8 feet high, and there was no fixed ladder available to scale its heights. Accessing the roof was not a simple matter. It required passing through a locked door that was equipped with an alarm system, or alternatively, scaling the exterior of the building, a task that presented numerous challenges for anyone daring enough to attempt it. As the grim discovery sent shockwaves through the hotel and beyond, the mystery of how Elisa Lam ended up inside that tank began to deepen. Her tragic fate raised numerous questions, each more perplexing than the last, leaving both guests and investigators alike grappling with the unsettling circumstances surrounding her disappearance and ultimately her untimely death. The confusion and anxiety surrounding the entire situation only multiplied as more details emerged, urging everyone to ponder the unanswerable enigmas left in the wake of this chilling event. The autopsy report, released in June 2013, concluded that Elisa Lam's death was an accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder as a significant contributing factor. No evidence of trauma or sexual assault was found, and toxicology results showed only prescribed medications in her system, along with a very small amount of alcohol. But skeptics weren't convinced. How did she get onto the roof without setting off alarms? How did she lift the heavy tank lid by herself? And why was the bizarre elevator footage so unnerving? Some theories suggested foul play, that someone could have followed her to the roof and forced her into the tank. Others leaned toward a mental health crisis, noting that her toxicology results indicated she might not have been taking all her prescribed medications, potentially triggering disorganized thinking or hallucinations. The theories? The mental health explanation. Many experts believe Elisa was experiencing a manic or psychotic episode related to her bipolar disorder, which could explain her erratic behavior in the elevator and her decision to access the roof. The foul play theory. Skeptics point to the difficulty of reaching and entering the tank, suggesting someone could have been involved. However, police found no physical evidence of another person's presence. The paranormal angle. Given Cecil Hotel's dark history, some internet sleuths speculated supernatural forces were at play. They noted eerie coincidences, such as the similarities to the horror film Dark Water, where a girl's body is found in a rooftop water tank. The conspiracy theory. Others believe the elevator video was intentionally edited to remove a key moment, perhaps showing another person, though no official evidence has ever confirmed this. The case of Elisa Lam became one of the first modern internet mysteries, going viral on platforms like YouTube, Reddit, and Tumblr. Amateur detectives from around the world dissected the elevator video frame by frame, creating countless theories and debates. In 2021, Netflix released Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, which brought new attention to the case, but left many viewers with the same unanswered questions. For Elisa's family, however, the tragedy was deeply personal. They've spoken little publicly, focusing on remembering Elisa not for the mystery surrounding her death, but for the bright, creative, and loving daughter and sister she was. The death of Elisa Lam may never be fully understood. For some, It's a cautionary tale about mental health, travel safety, and the dangers of a city's hidden corners. For others, it's a chilling unsolved puzzle that will haunt them forever. But behind every theory and headline was a real young woman whose life ended far too soon.